everybody. Welcome to Chaparral High School. And if we're blowing your ears out, we'd sure like somebody to text Clark. That would be helpful. And we just now got set up. Took us a little longer to get down here than we had planned to. No fault of Clark's.
Yeah. I think I'm muted.
You're muted.
Wow, turn this all down. I'm going like crazy.
It's you over here. It's you over here.
All right, check me out. Oh, there, that's better.
That's better.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
So I don't know if Sterling won the toss or not. I couldn't see.
We lost the toss. They deferred.
Okay. So we're high atop the stadium. And I don't know if we have a scoreboard or not. I don't think we do.
There's one down there to our left.
Well, we don't have one on the screen is what I'm saying.
1:15 till we start playing.
Yes. Mr. Wenzel, we got some new toys to try out.
Do you want to try to put a scoreboard on here?
Because did it ever load over there, Andrew? Okay, so yeah, let's try it there if you want. You don't.
Okay.
And I'll give you updates of time. Chaparral will kick. Chaparral 0-2. Lost to two private schools, Trinity Academy and then Hutch Trinity last week. Lost to the Celtics 42-18. Sterling is also 0-2, so somebody's going to get their first win tonight. And Sterling is coming off a really nice defensive game, I'll say, last week at home versus Garden Plain and losing 14-0.
Hey, is that Tyus kicking off for the Chaparral?
That is not Tyus.
It looks just like Tyus out there.
That is a really tall young man, though.
What?
No medium.
Okay, I'll get it.
And the ball strips out there.
Well, it's a rugby scrum.
And
are they going to say? Oh, you're kidding me.
Recovered by the Road Runners. Jack Francis with the recovery.
Well, somebody must have tried to pitch it like rugby. I'm off again.
You're not off.
First and 10 on the Bears 44.
There you go.
Once you go fix the camera.
Hey, it looks like our stuff. Are they us?
There's a fumble.
Well, back and forth we go.
Clark, you take care of this for just a minute while
okay. Play-by-play.
You can do whatever you want down there.
All right.
And, and you all heard me just say that, so.
We just started out with us fumbling the kickoff in some kind of National Rugby Association action, which the ball come out of the scrum and then they landed on it. Then they were trying to run a pass play there, and we blitzed it and sacked them and got the ball back. So we're basically right where we started at the kickoff. Cody Royer takes us the pitch from Kaz Comley, goes around the right end for about 9 yards. Really successful play on first down, and compared to last week, probably the most yards that's been gained in the last 2 weeks because we didn't hardly move the ball against the Garden Plain. Yeah, I couldn't think who we were playing. Flags are flying. It looks like it's going to be encroachment. It is. It's going to be encroachment on Chaparral, so that was going to give us our first down of the game. So already the offense has made a lot more yardage than last week's game.
Results in a first down, Bears.
And Chaparral's got some pretty big guys up front. It's not like they're little, but the linebacking crew doesn't look quite the same as the Garden Plain group. Hand is to Alan Anderson off the right A-gap. He goes forward for about 9 yards again. So we've run 2 plays, each play gaining 9 yards to bring up second down and 1. And things are going great for the Black Bears to start of this football game. Kaz with the keeper. He only needed a yard. Looks like he has plenty of that. Gained 2, probably, maybe 2.5. No. Yes, okay, the refs can't make their mind up. He marked it backwards. Now he's reset it for first down like I first said. So a little confusion there among the officials. And now it's first down and 10 Sterling. Ball sitting at the 24-yard line. Identical play to the first play from scrimmage in which Cody Royer went around the right end. This time there's a pitch and Cody goes around the left. This time it's not near as successful because he's caught there. Good play by their end. What's up? Yeah, I'm on the air. You need something?
Okay. I can handle it here, Clark. You can take your phone call if you need to. We got chaos going up here. We got 3 camera operators at different times. And I know we've gotten a first down.
Okay. Well,
2 first downs, I think.
Kennan's got no screen. Do you have a screen?
Should have. Yes.
Ball carrier number 21, Alan Anderson. Tackled by number 77, Eli Jackson for the Roadrunners.
Okay, we're all settled in here, and
Gain of 2
looks
on
good.
the play, brings up second or third
It's
down.
not on yet. Do you want it on?
yeah, let's go ahead and put it on there.
Okay.
Thank you. Mr. Wenzel trying out our new piece of equipment tonight that will really kind of pull out maybe next week and for sure for the homecoming. And
So we're
just
like on a trial run.
a little bit, and not that it's any important, more than obviously
As
not
long
the
as
game.
they got the stream is all that matters.
Yes.
That looked weird. Like we had 2 guys in motion.
There is no flag on the
No.
field, but
Oh.
Donovan looked like he was running in sand out there. He didn't carry it, but like he carried 4 times last week.
22, Joe Ord for the Roadrunners.
It looked like he had all sorts of grass out there to get to, and then
Loss of 2
that
on the
outside
play,
guy
brings
just
up third
closed
down
it
and
in.
9 for the Bears.
Be 4th and 9.
well, we started out so good, and now we're having a little bit of a sputter. Something was off with that play at the beginning.
I missed the beginning, I'll be honest.
It just
It
didn't
looked
look
like a short pitch. I don't know if he got a late start on his motion.
Now, the motion's what looked like. We had 2 guys in motion or something for a second.
Well, they got a great crown on the field, so they should be able to run downhill well. You can't probably tell it at home, but 4th and 9. Kaz hesitates, and Allen drops the football. He'll get it back, but that'll be a turnover on downs.
Man, for as good a start as we had on that drive, that sure did go backwards.
So that's a 3rd fumble in the first 4 minutes.
Hey, maybe we're going to see a Lions rematch from last year.
Don't even say that.
In
The
the,
wind's blowing like it did, too, and I'm freezing already.
Yeah, I'd like to tell the fans about that, but we'll save that for later.
Oh, there is. Okay.
So take mine off. I'll take mine off. That's fine.
I don't think he can keep his, Eric.
Ball carried by number 5, Jack.
You're good.
Tackled by number 8.
Yes.
Do you want mine on? His off.
Gain of 5 on
Go
the
ahead,
play,
Clark,
brings
you
up
take it for a
second
bit.
down and 5 for the Roadrunners.
Okay. Well, we're still trying to figure out stuff. We didn't really get here late, but it's just been a lot of technical things, as usual when you deal with technology. 2nd down and 5 for Chaparral Roadrunners. Ball goes up the middle, and there's a flag on the play, and three Bears there. Trevin Jones, Caden Webb, and I think Braxton Lennon were all in on the tackle. Penalties on
Holding against the Roadrunners.
Chaparral. It's holding, so it's going to be a big penalty. That'll march him back 10 with a 2nd down over again.
15 for the Runners.
So both the offenses having a hard time getting going. Sterling's done the best with 7 minutes to go in the first. We've been on their side of the field since the beginning. 2nd down and 15 for the Roadrunners.
Been many penalties so far, or is that the first?
They've had an encroachment, and then that one. Mr. Wenzel chiming in. He's going to be doing some
Carry.
neat technology things if Mr. Richter can get it all figured out. But Mr. Richter struggling right now
No gain on the play.
with many aspects of the technology business.
You could see the number of cables running all over here.
You're lucky I'm alive after I've been walking
It's impressive
around
what
these
he can
things.
get going.
We almost would have a rematch of the table getting wiped out last week up here in the bleachers. Boy, they got spread out. They're out of their ace formation, going 3 to the right, under pressure, and gets it off in time, and it's caught. And it runs it hard. It's going to be close to first down, and they did give it to him. So the best offensive play of the game for Chaparral is we had a rollout from the big tall quarterback. Completes it as he's being hit. And it's good for Chaparral first down.
Nice pressure by Allen. Just nice pass under pressure.
Yeah, he got
Stay
it off
composed.
right. Got it off right as he was hitting him. Kind of a little counter. Another successful play for Chaparral. Goes for 11. So two good plays. Two good plays for Chaparral. I think I'm off. I can't hear it at all. I'm not off. There, I can hear that one. At halftime, I'll interview Mr. Richter about all these technology things. Same as Zach Clay.
Almost like a little trap inside.
Yeah.
Jack Francis with the carry again, tackled by number 8, Evan Burgess.
Kind of like a little bit of replay where the quarterback
Gain
can
of 9
read
on
whether
the
to
play,
give it or
to
not.
bring up 2nd down and 1 for the runners.
I imagine just heard the PA guy blasting away
On the
2nd down
Bears
and 1.
38.
We're right up here by the speakers. They got a lot of tall guys. This guy out here on the right's a tall kid.
Chunk plays right now. Moving right down the field.
Yeah, that big tall kid put a nice block on Cody out here.
Good for a road runner. First down.
Created a lot of space for the kid that caught it. Number 10's a good-sized kid coming off, too. They got a lot of tall kids. Must be a good basketball team. Well, they came back.
Jack Gates on the carry, tackled by number 55.
Back
Trevin
to their
Jones.
read play is what I call it, and didn't go as good that time. Stop for no gain. Boy, what a beautiful sunset we're getting here. We're placed directly across from the sun. It's one of the greatest eclipses I've ever seen.
It's beautiful.
It's like one of them eclipse things when you look in the box.
It is. I always tell my kids not to stare at the sun, but it's hard not to right now.
Because of all that smoke.
See if we can get to them. Got a flag in the middle of the field and a
Yeah.
helmet off.
Ball kept by Jackson Swartz, tackled by number 1, Zach Service.
There's a lot of running around. There's two flags.
Double flags on the play.
They're probably both going to be on Chaparral, I'm guessing, for either somebody downfield or a block in the back on this side over here, and then maybe a hold or a taking the helmet off, grabbing the face mask in the middle. So we'll see. They're on a nice march, so it'd be good for the Bears if this would be a major penalty. Maybe slow them down a little bit. Yep. Face mask. And a block in the back. Did I just
There are
say
2
that?
penalties on the play.
Yes.
Face mask on Chaparral, as well as a block in the back on Chaparral.
This is humongous. Sets up 2nd and 15 after the big gain. 2nd and 20.
They might be seeing something.
That'll bring up 2nd and 20 for the Roadrunners after the penalty.
Trips to the left. Single big tall kid to the right. He looks right and he goes right, and it's short.
It's something with
Swartz pass to Casey Harding, incomplete. Brings up 3rd and 20 for the runners.
So pull the one that's connecting these two, put it into the box cast.
whatever's coming out.
Sorry. Yep.
3rd down and 20 for Chaparral after the pass was short to the intended receiver. Trips to the right. 88 back over to the left by himself. They tried to go to him last time. Looking right. A lot of pressure up the middle, and he is sacked. Sacked by 3 Black Bears.
Swartz sacked by a herd of Bears.
Brady.
There's a flag on the play.
Brady Oaks. Donovan comes in on a on a blitz, and Allen, I believe, were in there. Now there's another flag. It looked like a chop block signal from the guy that threw it, which would be another big penalty on Chaparral. They're going the wrong way, but that's okay with us.
Some people have texted me saying
They're talking to Coach Schneider, so we'll see what we do with it. We could decline it and make it 4th down, and it looks like we are going to decline from the school. So if I was playing football here, I'd be dead before I ever got out there, trying to jog out to practice.
yes.
Well, they got the band on the track. I don't know if you guys can see it, but they don't have them in the stands. They got them down sitting in chairs on the track, and they're doing a good job for Chaparral. And got a couple mothers up clapping from Chaparral in front of us, doing a good job. It is really pretty brisk up here.
It is. And like you said, I think these final 2 steps at the top.
Yeah, it was
really
fine
picks it
until
up.
we got here to the top, and then we're clear at the top of a pretty high stadium. For a high school, one of the higher stadiums. We've been in taller ones we've been in. Not as tall as Miser.
No.
By the time I get to that, I've got my heart rate up. I'm doing like aerobics.
I was trying to look at our crowd. You know, there was limited
What was it, 2 per family that could come?
2, or was it 5 this week?
I don't know,
I
but
don't remember.
everybody over here on our side seems to be
Okay.
pretty much sitting in family groups. They've done a nice job.
Andrew Shuren tells me it was 5 this week
5,
available.
yeah, so,
Decent drive, too, having to get around Kingman with that detour.
yeah, we had fun doing that. Mr. Richter in his great directions.
It is nice. It started making me wonder, do you know how dark of a shade you have to have at home colors?
Well, that's supposed to be white from now on, I thought.
For away, right?
Yeah. Oh, for home? Yeah, that's not very dark, but it must be legal. I'm sure
Must be enough.
I'm sure they checked it out before they bought them.
Yep,
They look good.
they do.
I like our new white ones too.
I like them with the black pants this
Yeah,
week.
looks
Looks
great.
good. A lot of pressure.
Throwing to big 88.
Pass to Caden Hardy.
I would say Zane had great coverage.
I
on it.
agree.
He was right stride for stride with him, and
I think if he put it on the receiver's hands, Zane would have had a chance on it.
yeah, I think it could have gone either way if the ball had been a little shorter. So it brings up 4th, and they're changing people out like they're
Brings up
punting.
4th and 17 for the runners.
So they must think their defense is doing a good enough job that they're going to try to pin us deep again.
Schwartz back to punt.
Last time it went pretty good for Chaparral as we caught it, and they had us down there within the 5-yard lines, but they had a penalty on it. And
Looks like we're not even putting anybody back, letting it go.
it's going to be close. He's not even looking for the
Oh.
ball. Hits him on the head.
Wow. Might have been the best thing that could have happened for him.
I think so, because I think if it would have hit the ground, it would have bounced in the end
yeah.
zone.
Wow.
Well, the successful punt.
Down by Austin Clark.
Put him on the highlight reel.
Yep,
Saves a touchback.
that's almost going to be on ESPN or
Might
something
be,
like that.
if our special thing was working.
Where'd Mr. Richter go?
For the Bears.
What's he doing?
He's on the run.
Trying to fix something or what?
Oh, he's down here. Maybe that McDonald's is getting to him. Looks like he's talking with Mrs. Wohler.
Maybe he's trying to get the stream. Is the stream going now?
It looks
As far as
like
we
it.
know? All right.
Looks like it.
I think we fumbled the
Fumbled the
snap.
snap, yeah.
Yeah. And they tackled somebody out here. Did he have the ball?
I don't know who had it.
Braxton.
Number 51, Braxton Linden.
Braxton picked
Wow.
up the snap and ran it for 3 yards for one of our better plays.
Fumblerooski? What is that
Yeah, I
thing
don't-
where you set it back down and the center
Yeah,
takes it?
but the way Kaz was going, I don't think that's what it was.
No, he took a good lick on it too.
You hear how loud those metal bleachers clank? It's like it's hailing.
Yeah. Boy, he was on top of Kaz on the snap was going.
Well, the timing seems to be off a little bit on that. Like people are in motion and we don't.
Ball kept by number 3.
I don't know. I can't figure it out, but he's not getting the ball quick enough or something.
Eli Jackson.
79 was on top of him, right on it. I don't know. Playing more of a shade spot. Wonder if it's giving our offensive line a little difficulty figuring out who's taking them.
3rd down and 7 for Sterling.
Getting texts from people, I think we're up and running.
Up and running
Just
good.
fine.
All right, so we're going full force. We just need to get Richter back up here.
That's right.
Another flag. We've had a lot of flags. And Allen giving great effort on that, but could not escape it. Probably going to be a hold here on Sterling, I'm guessing.
First start for Carson Gray out there. You already talked about him?
Yeah, I haven't talked about him yet, but
Right guard, I think he was.
yeah, that's a tough call for them, but that could have taken us almost back to the goal line, but they chose to decline it. I guess we will punt back here where we're at. There comes the master up the stairway. Let's see if he can get his headset on.
It's not us, is it?
No, it's this guy in front of us. Is that
Okay.
your car? He was worried about it.
We got quite a few coming over.
Half the Chaparral crowd is coming and walking
Looks like
by us
a,
to see if their car alarm's
Blue
going
Chevy
off.
Camaro, if anybody's out there listening and it's yours. Looks like it set off a couple others right by it now, too.
It's like a musical
Yes.
a musical parking lot of beeping horns. There's confusions on Sterling's sideline, and now we take a timeout. So, I don't know. I would say at this point, this has been kind of ugly.
Agreed. A lot of mistakes both ways.
I would say both teams are kind of probably going to be disappointed in their play to this point. Well, Brian's back at the computer.
What was the stoppage here?
We didn't get the right pump people on, I think.
But no timeout. They didn't let us huddle. They called both teams back immediately. I wonder what it was.
Well, why does it say third down all of a sudden on the thing?
Maybe they accepted the penalty. They reconsidered.
That's what happened. They moved him back.
Yep. Third down.
Okay, so there's been a change of heart at Chaparral.
After the penalty, third and 14.
Here comes Sterling. And Kaz is smashed again.
Oof.
This possession has been our worst of the game. We can't get the ball out of the box all of a sudden.
Like Hayden Harding and Eli Jackson for the Roadrunners.
So that turns out to be a good decision for Chaparral,
Down in long ways.
because now we've got to punt out of the end zone in very deep position. So Chaparral coaching staff's looking like geniuses by punting it, hitting it off the guy's helmet,
Hope our
and then our offense not be able to do anything.
hope our long snap comes through here.
Yeah, it's pretty pressure packed.
Yeah. Oh,
You called it,
Not over.
Mr. Wenzel.
shouldn't have said anything.
No. If that's the only points of the game, it's going down on your head.
I will go and apologize after the game.
Yeah, you called that
Trevor
right,
Oaks. I'll go find him.
right at the time. Unbelievable.
Was he able to get a full drop there?
He should have been able to. He just
Oh,
it was just a little
it's the
too high.
voice of the Black Bears back on.
Yeah, the voice has been all over the place. They have no rosters.
Is that what you're trying to get?
Yeah, you have to take a screenshot, QR code, and then their roster is about. Each kid has a huge picture
Oh, no.
and a name, so you can't really scroll through it. So I really can't do it. I need help
You can't
service.
do it justice.
I know
Well,
who a few of the players are, but
You can do it kind of like I do. Big old 88's out there to the right. That's how I do it.
big ol' 88.
Yeah.
And he is a big ol' 88.
He is. They've got a few. Their offensive line is
They're nice
nice
size kids.
size.
I watched them on film, and they
They just got big old legs in all these kids.
Yeah.
They're wide legs.
Now I'm looking back at these grays, and they're starting to turn some shades. Is that the sweat? It's got to
That
be.
is
bet
a
it,
sweat.
that it is.
Yep,
They're
it's
getting a little
gotta be.
darker as
Yep.
Probably just came over to the Gatorade thing and just threw water all over them. That's what I used to do to try to make it look like I was doing stuff.
to look like you played. Is that what you're
Yeah.
saying?
Look, that's exactly right.
Excuse me, number 8, Evan Burgess to kick off for the Bears.
So I guess in basketball you sat with your
Hey.
warm up on
Hey,
and then
Brian,
what?
you need to tell the fan base what's going on with this safety and why we're kicking it off, because there's some people out there that don't know the rules.
Well, the center snapped it over the head, which went out of the end zone, so that's an automatic 2 points. And last week,
That's
Trent-
not what I'm talking about. They're punting
Free kick?
from way back
Oh.
here. No one understands
from
that.
the 20-yard line, that's what happens on a safety.
But he punted it.
You can't. That's probably the wise choice.
Nice kick.
It was a great kick.
Ball caught by Jack Francis. A good return. Tackled by number 1, Zach Surface.
Well, after playing the first quarter in Chaparral's territory, it's turned tables here. And it's all being played down in Sterling's end. At least we've had a view for all the football. It's been right in front of us.
From the 41.
All right, I think we're back on here. Jackson Swartz He's 22 of 42 this year throwing the football, and this is, I believe, Francis. He's got a good seal over here. Zane Guerrero makes a saving tackle.
What a great play by Zane.
They had no success with that play last week against Trinity at all. Now, they were down 2 scores before the game really ever got started. They had a punt returned against them for a touchdown, and they also had an interception returned for a touchdown, so they're down 14-0 before really they even got a chance to run 3 plays.
It's a QB sweep here.
Nice play by Alan Anderson. Swartz is 6'3". They list him at 124 pounds on Max Preps. I think he's bigger than that. But he might be 6'4". Sorry about the things we had going on at the beginning. It was all us. I should say all me.
No, I think it's the smoke from Colorado coming over and getting in the atmosphere of the feed.
I'll use that as an excuse. This is a single wing. Or wing T, I should say, and Trevin Jones with the blitz nearly sacks Swartz. Be 3rd and 9.
I'm going to say this, though. The guy's kind of uncanny while he's getting hit, throwing a ball that's pretty close.
Well, he's used to running for his life through the first 2 weeks. He's does a lot of scrambling. He's 22 of 42 for 190 yards, though. He has thrown 5 interceptions.
This is going to be intercepted or a touchdown, one of the two right here.
Last week, Sterling, I believe, had 3 turnovers. 3 interceptions, I should say. A full-out blitz.
Wow.
Nice pass.
Very.
Sterling in man-to-man.
Yeah,
but that's going to get called back, isn't it?
I didn't see it, but I heard the crowd ooh and ah, so it's definitely a 15-yarder. They may get, if he targeted him, he'll be out of the game.
Back in the day, 2 years ago, that was just a great hit. And they've changed the rules, obviously, for safety. If it's behind the play and it's a blind, you can't lead with the shoulder. I think you have to hit with the hands, isn't that right, Mr. Winslow?
I got it.
2 open hands.
I got a touchdown call back last night because of that.
Did you? That?
Yeah, we hit him with our shoulder pads.
Point of emphasis, a couple years ago, and it was called, I feel like, almost every game.
Oh, every game.
Just because of it being the focal point of the year.
And kids still doing it.
Yes. Is that a spot foul?
Coach Snyder's out there.
Play the down from
question.
there.
He's using the time to talk to the officials about something. I don't know whether it's about this play or other ones.
What I have noticed, what little I've been able to watch, is Chaparral is laying some hits. They've, from what I've seen.
Very physical.
Yeah, right at the whistle.
How tall did they say the quarterback is?
Swartz is 6'3".
Oh. He looks taller than that to me.
He does.
Is his name Steven?
Jackson.
Jackson.
Yeah.
Should I know Steven?
Yeah, he's a Broadway composer.
That's what I figured I should know that, but I didn't.
That's what could be our question of the week. What is Steven Schwartz's most famous musical?
Text Clark at 620-204-0077.
Well, Cody Roy, you're sitting up now.
Cody's tough.
He is pretty tough.
Tough kid.
If he doesn't have a head injury, he'll be back in a minute.
I was impressed with the way Swartz threw that and completed because Zach's surface was right on his tail.
Yep.
Perfectly placed under pressure. And I don't know what it will, if it'll be from the spot or if it'll be from the original line of scrimmage or if they already marked it back. I guess they've already marked it back, haven't they? So it's at the original line of scrimmage now, just slightly behind. So it'll be 3rd and 10.5.
Boy, Brent looks pretty athletic. He walked backwards the whole time yakking at that ref.
You can't do that when you're on the field?
No. First off, I don't talk to the refs too much. I talked to one last night for a little bit on that illegal block that took our touchdown back.
That's as a Chaparral coach when you're kicking. That definitely was not necessary.
Yeah, because they had a great game there.
Yes. I don't know that Royer was in a spot to make a great play or anything.
No, he was 5 yards behind it.
We're having
We're
trouble
confused.
Getting somebody in the game. Oh, boy.
Sterling got a timeout, I believe, didn't they?
Yeah.
Before they got a penalty on
Looked
that.
like they're trying to put Carson Scheimer in there. And then Donovan comes in. So I guess they didn't want – there was just confusion. I imagine we sat over there and talked about everything that we needed to do and never figured out we had to put somebody in there.
Had 10 guys on.
That happens a lot, actually. So worried about stopping the next thing.
Clark, did you know that Chaparral had an NFL player, just like Sterling, except theirs wasn't quite as a long history as Monty Bennett, but back in 1987, Jerry Quick was drafted by the Falcons, played one game for the Steelers in '87, and that was the career.
You get hurt?
No, I don't know the story. Played at KU and WSU. I think he might have finished his career at WSU.
Is that why his name was Quick?
Because his
career
was over.
His career was quick.
I don't know. I've seen a picture of him. He's a big dude is all I got to say.
Love those stories.
Yeah.
Okay. They got a lot of big guys, so it just must be hereditary.
Is one of these kids' name is Quick?
No, that they're all big.
You know, that's.
Look at the legs on those guys when they break the huddle.
Well, you could say that about the freshman class that we have. Then you look at the sophomores, and they're pretty thin. So I don't think you want to make that judgment, Clark. And we just ran off sides, so that'll be 5. Evan Burgess, and he was the first one across.
Yeah, that was the old, hey, boys, we're not going to run a play. We're just going to bark out a bunch of stuff and watch them come off sides and take our 5 yards.
5-yard penalty. Brings up 3rd and 5 for the Runners.
Sterling is now on 9.5 quarters of not scoring a point this year, and they're not going to get anytime soon unless there's a pick 6 here. Quick inside handoff and nicely eaten up.
There we go.
That makes me think they're going for it.
Evan Burgess and Trevin Jones meet.
Well, you never know. They punted from here to
I don't think you run that play unless you think you got to hopefully set yourself up for a short 4th down, but now you lost 2 yards.
Yeah.
Brings up 4th and 6 for the Runners.
They're going to roll him out to the right.
Yep.
Well, he could have run for first downs the last 2 rollouts, I think.
Yeah.
22.
So I just roll him out there, give him a run-pass option, and see what happens. I don't know who's got contain on. It's the first time we've seen the true spread out of him. Straight drop back, big blitzes, a lot of grass. It's going to be close. It's going to be close. I lied. It's not close.
Wow.
A 23-yard touchdown pass from Swartz to, I believe, Alec Pfaff.
How'd you pull that out of your hat?
Well,
You looking at all their pictures?
no, I just
Knew it from watching it?
little research.
Yeah, that's good.
I might be wrong, but we'll say it's him.
Impressive finish to that run.
Yes, it was. He could get a little push of help that they allow that to happen now, and so
Yep.
Sterling trails 8-0.
We had 2 guys there that I thought would make the tackle right at the down marker.
Oh. Thought Allen was going to catch that thing.
Runners up and it's good.
So halfway through the second quarter, what appeared in the first quarter to have Sterling have a lot of the momentum and moving the football is quickly changed and turned. And now after a safety and a 30, I believe that was a 24-yard touchdown pass from Jackson Swartz to, we believe it's tight end Alec Pfaff for the touchdown.
6:02 in the first half. Chaparral Roadrunners 9.
So Sterling looked like they blitzed everybody, had nobody under to help on the tight end, and so he ran free at an out. And by the time we recovered, he dodged 3 tackles and was aided into the end zone legally.
The kid made a nice move.
He did.
Nice cut
I didn't
inside.
think he had it in him, but he did.
Number 20, Noah Spady, and number 1, Zach Surface back. Get the Schwartz kick.
There's an east breeze blowing
Yeah.
straight across the field and right at my back.
Yeah, do you feel it?
Yeah.
Flags aren't moving much, though.
Flags up here aren't moving, but the flag on the pole is, and that'll.
Here's a
Go
good
to-
chance right here.
this
a good
is
chance
Noah.
for us. Oh, close the gap quickly.
Ball taken by number 20, Noah Strady. Tackles by Jared Engels.
So Sterling will take over here, just under 6 minutes, 5:56 left on their own 31-yard line to start this drive.
The Bears 31.
Sterling in the revolving offensive line now with their third guard, right guard in 3 weeks. Kaz is going to drop back to pass, has
Got
some
him.
time, has Cody wide open, and
Oh,
Kaz didn't have a chance to put the air under it.
He must-
Takes a shot.
he must have got drilled because he can't get up. Broke his ribs.
Brings up second down.
I told you last week, he's got a little drama in him like you.
Oh, no, not like that.
Yeah, she'd be walking around out there like somebody shot you, and then the next 4 seconds you're up ready to play.
Okay.
Because you told me you got drama in your family, meaning not drama, but acting drama.
Acting.
Yes. We've yet to see you on the stage, though. I've heard you've been on the
I
stage.
can't remember any of my lyrics. I'm too afraid to do it anymore. My brain is shot.
Kaz back again under
Chucking it
pressure.
again. We're going at it. We got him.
Got him.
Nice throw to Cody Oden.
Oh, he fumbled it. Is it out of bounds?
Hope so.
31.
What's he going to signal?
Inbounds.
You couldn't throw that ball any better.
Oh, he's off the turf and throws a dime.
Yes, just
That's a
like
good
I
ball.
said.
Yep, you're right. That was beautiful play.
So a 37-yard pass from Kaz Comley to Cody Oden. It couldn't have been any prettier. And I didn't see what happened on the tackle. I'm guessing he got stripped.
Tomahawk, yep. Came
Didn't
down right
look-
on top of it.
Didn't look too amazing or
No.
anything, but just took it away from him.
So is that our second or third turnover? Or is that just our first?
No, we
Not
fumbled
counting the-
one early.
kickoff.
Okay.
Right, yeah, the kickoff.
Not counting the safety, so there
Some
he is
kind of
again.
screen, same sort of play.
Same play.
Well, he's a dancer out here, isn't he?
That'll be a first down. Swartz.
12-yard gain on the play.
We're going to call this guy Disco Danny since you don't know what his name is. He's dancing all over out here.
Disco Danny.
Rhymes.
There's a new one for you. It does?
It does rhyme.
It has 2 D's.
Oh. So it has some alliteration.
Oh, there you are with them big words that nobody in the
If you'd have taken
nobody
English
in
class.
middle Kansas knows what you're talking about. Oh, too easy here all of a sudden. That-
Francis.
The passing game has opened up the run.
Okay.
They kind of got us on our heels a little bit.
Definitely.
Gain of 7 on the play. Brings up second and 3 for the Red
Francis has 147 on the year, and he's probably approaching 200 now
The kid that
in
caught
this
it,
first half. No, the
that
running back.
Yeah, he's doing pretty good.
it's him again,
They just
missed
keep-
tackles.
They keep running the same play, just to both sides.
Tackled by number 1, Zach Service.
Just a little inside handoff, a wing handoff out of that shotgun wing T.
Our defense kind of feast or famine. A lot of blitzes. And if we get there, it's a big loss.
Down and 1.
We're looking for a turnover to score off of, I think.
3rd and 1, 4:26 left. We're good. Taking a long time in the huddle.
Trying to eat the whole quarter up, I guess.
Handoff to
Coming this
Francis.
way.
And that'll be,
Nope.
He got it.
yep,
They'll-
second effort, he got it.
They went second effort. They all pushed him forward. He was just, he is like standing there and just getting pushed.
5-yard gain on the play. Good for
So it'll be on the 45-yard line of Sterling now.
Where's Disco Danny setting up at? Is that him over
He's
here?
right out here at the bottom of your screen. And there he is on the spot. Could have, but Francis and
Got a hold maybe.
no flag is. Oh, there
Yeah,
is. You
right
saw
there.
it. Good eyes, Mr. Wenzel.
I didn't see the hold. I
You
saw
saw the flag.
I'm cheating a little bit.
So there was a flag, and it was a hold. That'll push it back at least to be 1st and 20. What I noticed last week, Sterling tackled so well, and I noticed on film that In the perimeter, Chaparral didn't tackle well. And so tonight, of course, I don't know as we've ever been on the edge tonight.
It's true.
To get out where they can't tackle us.
You can just think of Donovan's.
Yeah, that was the only one.
Time that, yep.
3:30 left now in the second quarter. Two running teams going quite quick.
The game's going to take less time than the drive.
And a huge hit by Alan Anderson.
Oh. Well, we feasted on that one.
Angle gets blasted by Allen, who's playing with a bruised quad.
Did you see the bruise?
I did not see the bruise, but
me neither.
He was working on it pretty hard today to try to get it to loosen up. He took a helmet last week when he tried to jump on a fumble, and a Garden Plain helmet hit him just above the knee pad and below the thigh board. Schwartz back to pass. We've got nobody underneath.
That trip's outlook is not a good thing for us.
So a 60-yard touchdown completion from Schwartz to Joe Ord.
Well, we're going to have to get an adjustment to that pretty quick.
Well, with us blitzing, we've got no linebackers in the flat, so.
Right. Looks like we're going more of a cover 3, cover 4 look.
Well,
everybody deep, and then they've got two guys blocking us on the trip side.
Well, they clear them out and then start blocking. They've got 20 yards to catch it in up there.
Yep.
Low snap.
Fire.
Yep, there's a fire. Nobody's filling forward.
They got him.
Oh,
good hit.
Got it.
Did he get it or not? He got it.
Yep.
I thought we stopped him.
I thought so too. I think first contact was there. Just couldn't bring him down.
So after a holding penalty and a great play by Alan Anderson on the first down play on 2nd and 20 from 60 yards out, a 15-yard out pattern turned into a 60-yard touchdown pass, and the Roadrunners are up 17-0 in the first half here at Chaparral, which is in between Anthony and Harper. It is not a town.
How'd they come up with the Chaparral name?
I don't know, Clark. That's one thing I didn't get a chance to look for. I didn't get a chance to.
Isn't that a cowboy, a Chaparral?
Well, maybe it's a ranch. I don't know. There used to be a show called The High Chaparral. Clark.
We can make that question of the week. What does his name Chaparral
You always have questions of the week, but we never really have a question of the week.
Well, I think there's about 6 of them by the end
yes,
of each game.
Yes. He likes to have this part of the broadcast as question of the week.
Do you get answers?
I don't think I got anything.
His best ones are when we do music. That is 620-204-0077. Text Clark. His email we don't have up running tonight.
Well, he's pulling it up.
Well, I got somebody asking if we're on, so.
That was probably a long time ago.
I think that was 35 minutes ago. Were they on by now?
We were off for a little bit.
Right, so they're good and don't even respond to that one.
People that got on early were on, and then people that came in later for some reason couldn't. And if they were on, they stayed on. But
yeah, a lot of people. I should have checked my phone earlier to respond. Everybody should be good. If you don't have internet now, text me back. And Fair caught it.
Is that Rain?
It was.
Good.
That's a good catch by Rain.
Yep.
Fair caught by number 62. Very nice.
A little more of that haze coming through, whatever it is, whether
that's
it's
the
hamburgers or Colorado.
I can just see that right
there's
there.
There's nothing.
Hamburger smoke.
Clark likes nothing more than the waft of the grill over the stadium. In fact, if we played at Ellsworth every Friday,
I love that.
I know.
That stuff just comes over there like a fog. Comes over the top and sinks down onto the field.
He just
they do it for the junior high games too.
He just can't get enough of it.
I just get to enjoy it. And we're going back to pass game.
Kaz rolls, throws back right.
Got him.
Oh.
No. Who caught it? Nobody?
Nobody.
I thought their guy got it.
I thought Zach had it, then I thought their guy had it. And
Kaz is throwing it pretty good.
He's throwing a good ball.
So
He's
he
a little late.
rolled
Come out.
right, threw back left
Second 10, Sterling.
From
Trying
a
to-
left-handed quarterback.
from a left-handed quarterback, maybe trying to find Zach on a backside skinny post or
Yeah.
Threw it about 30 yards, 35 yards.
I almost think he could have scrambled out here this way.
yeah, there was actually had an edge.
I'm not-
2:21 left.
I'm not sure scrambling would be Kaz's strength.
No.
On a heavy side over here.
Sweep to Donovan.
I thought he was going to throw it for a minute.
Just can't.
Carrier number 2, Donovan Hopewell.
Okay, you who love this offense, what's breaking down on that? What's not getting blocked?
Well, number 10 there, Cody, our slots have to hold that block for a long time on that sweep.
Is that what it was? It seems
Yep.
like the linebackers coming from the inside, they're getting it.
He also needs, part of that was they set an outside edge, their cornerback was, and that wide receiver needs to set the edge so that we can run our sweep a little wider. If he has to cut it inside, there's a lot more flow. But 13, I think, over here was the one who set the edge and forced him back inside.
Now, we'll say, Clark, I'm more between the tackles.
Well, this
What
is
I-
a between the tackles offense.
No, it's not.
Not?
No, here we are in trips here. Got the
Well,
lone
this
side
is
Cody
not
on the
the-
backside.
It's not the
Pass
normal.
here. Yep.
Kaz
Got
gets
him
a
again?
knee in the gut.
Oh,
Pass intended for number 31.
So Sterling will have to punt and give it right back.
it looks like we're getting some open guys. Am I misseeing it?
Broken up by number 7, Jared Angle.
It just gets out of him a little late, so they can recover
Mm-hmm.
and close the gap. Oh, no.
Angle has a cramp.
You know
Wonder
what
if
they
it-
need?
Cramp aid.
They need cramp aid.
Gonna explain that?
I don't know. Can I mention the guy that told me about it on air, you think, or not?
All I know is that Clark has cramps, for those of you not. And he was informed by a friend.
Off of this broadcast when I talked about it once.
Yes, and so
I just wanted to prove to Brian somebody actually watched.
he was, and so there's a product called Cramp Aid, especially for Clark and his cold cramps.
Which we found out was actually standing on a ladder
Yes.
a little too long.
Oh. Wow. They're respecting Evan's leg.
Sure
Yeah,
are. He's been booming it.
He can kick them pretty good.
And it's
Another adventure
he's
of a
got
snap.
lots of time.
It's going to be pretty good unless
It's gonna
they.
be- yeah, it should roll, and it didn't.
Oh, weird roll.
Uh-oh, got a
Ooh,
flag
another
behind
flag.
it.
Probably a block in the back on Trevor.
There's a flag on the
Like,
play.
well, they blocked Trevor in the back.
Back.
This is a heavy penalty game. Did I ever tell you I got this rash on my legs?
Okay, hold on. You or a rash where?
Down here on my lower legs.
Okay.
And I went to the doctor because all these weird things could happen if you have that type of rash. And it
You're
was
like
ca-
WebMD.
and it's because my pants were too tight. My socks. My socks were too tight and it broke all the blood vessels. Did you know you had little blood vessels on the top of your skin?
Well, I assume so, yes.
Yep.
Well, we're getting it all tonight.
And then they turn yellow after a while because of all the bruising from the broken blood vessels.
If you haven't figured out, Clark is a little bit of a hypochondriac.
I couldn't believe it's from having too tight of socks.
So I couldn't take my eyes off out here watching Noah and see if they're going to throw it to the flat again. 1:09 left. They may be content to just run out the clock.
No. They're going to chuck it out here to the flat. They're setting it up. They're going to make sure if they screw it up, we don't get the ball back. There's Disco Danny coming off.
Have you caught 33's name yet?
I think it's Caden Harding. I've said it's Alec Pfaff, but I think Pfaff is 88, the really tall tight end.
Okay.
He's on the
again,
back
out
side.
route,
Now we got him this time.
sat on it better.
Donovan ran him down all the way back to the 10-yard line, 9-yard line.
Had
Yep.
Zach sitting on the out route that time.
We got it adjusted.
Nice adjustment.
They're going to spot it at the 12.
Okay, now do we use a timeout
I think we
here?
did.
I think we do, don't we?
We already did, I think. Well, the clock stopped for some reason, if it's not us.
Well, they waved it to. Did they call timeout? Somebody has called timeout.
Surely not them. 3rd and 25.
Timeout called by the Roadrunners.
I think there's a good donut store in one of these towns around here. I heard about it.
You haven't visited it?
Okay, I got the answer to the trivia question
Which one?
from Sherry Bennett.
Sherry always is good.
Yeah, she's right on it. Chaparral. It's a vegetation composed of broadleaf evergreen shrubs, bushes, and small trees, usually less than 2.5 millimeters, about 8 feet tall. Meters, must be meters tall. Together they often form dense thickets. Chaparral is found in regions with climate similar to that of the Mediterranean area, characterized by hot, dry summers and mild, wet winters. That's about what it looks like out here.
Yeah.
Yep.
I wonder if that's what all these are here.
I guarantee you that's why they said that.
Yeah.
Well, you see how educational this show is.
Thanks to our listeners. 3rd and 25. And they'll run that and get shoved back. Late whistle.
Whoa.
Wow.
Francis on the carry.
Number 77 is pounding his head.
I'm out there.
I guess he missed the block. 30 seconds left. It'll bring up 4th down.
All right, now they have the adventure of the punt.
Is that forward progress at the, 8?
Does look like it. Sterling takes their 2nd timeout.
Timeout called Sterling.
I think that might be the 3rd. We used one earlier to
That
when we had 10 men on the field.
We definitely used it to clean up that.
No, we still have one left because they just took they took the
They
one
took the
before
one
that.
off.
Yep,
Yeah,
they
they
took the
took
one
the-
before
It was
that,
them.
penalty.
Interesting.
which did help us.
Yeah. So was our last head-to-head event with Chaparral basketball last year? Would
Basketball
that have been
2
it?
years ago, yeah.
2 years ago? Yep.
in the CPL HOA matchup. First time that Sterling's getting a lot of first times this year, at least first time in a long time.
That's because we haven't had COVID before.
Well, I don't think
It's a new thing, a pandemic to
so.
us.
You're telling me we knew we were going to have COVID last year when we scheduled Garden Plain and Chaparral.
Yes. There's no way we schedule Garden Plain if somebody's not sick.
Swartz, nice snap. Sterling goes
Get
after
out of
it.
the way of
There's
that
the
thing.
flag.
Did we hit him?
We hit him. We'll see.
Oh, another flag down here. Zane goes flying.
There's a flag on the play.
Is there 5 and 15 in
I was
high
just
school?
thinking the same thing. I
don't
I
know.
think there is, and
Running into.
yep,
Not a personal foul, so still 4th. Yep.
they'll either kick it again or take it where it's at. Which
Can you tack it on?
Running into the kicker, the call.
I don't know.
A lot of rules here.
They're going to go back and I wouldn't punt it again, risking that snap.
Me neither.
I wouldn't either. There's not much time left. Hi, girls.
He had a really good punt.
Who was that, Clark?
2 Chaparral girls.
Coach Mosier, you might remember him, some of you from Sterling that played Meade a few years ago. He is the son of Scott Mosier, who was coach of Meade for a long time, won state championships,
Declined by the Roadrunners.
went to
Well.
Wichita North, and now as an assistant AD at Friends University.
The guy from Meade is?
His dad now.
Yeah, his dad's an assistant AD.
Yeah.
Well, that
At
wouldn't be a
Friends.
good job right now with all this COVID and all those athletes.
Yeah, that would be a tough
Could be an
one.
athletic director.
Sterling will take over with 20 seconds left at the Chaparral 41 and a half, 42.
It's kind of like being a superintendent of schools.
Yeah,
Tough time to be that.
yes. So will they let Kaz roll left this time?
You give it to Allen, is what I do. Take a shot with him. Hang on, Kaz.
Uh-oh.
Oh, he's on the loose. Look at him go.
Oh, flag
Yet
down.
another flag.
Zane's on the ground.
It would be a first down,
Got out of bounds.
and he got down to the 25-yard line is where they're going to mark it, but there was a flag like at the 28 or 9. Was Zane laying there. And Sterling is going to walk back, so
Oh, it's on them. This
Must
is
have been-
huge.
Foul against Roadrunners.
it
All
must
right.
have been a behind the play block again, but on the defense. I've not seen that before, so
Wow.
Okay, guys, we got 10 seconds. What are you calling, you two coaches?
Where are we at? Where are they going to end it?
They're going to put it on the 15, I believe. Nope, it's going all the way down to the 10-yard line.
11, 12.
11?
12.
Okay.
12 and no, 7.
10
It's on the
seconds?
7.
It is the 7.
Seven.
Pardon.
What do you got here? Some kind
It's hard slant to Cody, right?
Yeah, but they got number 10 sitting right in the
Yep,
route.
there's no safety over there. He lets it
Just be
clear.
patient.
And he's there, right there.
There it is.
Oh, we got another. He's got it.
Oh.
Did he drop it?
Yep.
I don't-
4.7 left.
Went over his left shoulder, so they ran a slant, little bit of a wheel there to
Now, the
Donovan
wheel looked-
Hopewell.
but it looked good.
Slant might have been there too.
I think
he
it
had
was.
both of
Yep.
them.
Incomplete.
A little more air underneath it.
4.7 seconds left. This probably will
I'm
be
a
the
little
last play.
nervous right now.
From the Roadrunner 12.
Here comes Cody Oven back in. I mean, Cody Royer back in, so must be feeling better. Why is Cody Royer coming in here? Is he a catcher of passes? You're going to run him out of that, whatever they call that.
The wing.
Can't
Yeah, the
pay for
wing.
this kind of analysis.
Oh, Cass.
Oh.
Passing complete to number 41. Cody Oates.
They're going
And-
to check the clock.
That's the end of the first half.
Oh, they're going to check the clock.
15. Sterling Bears 0.
There's 1 second left.
They
I
should
think.
get one last play, quite honestly. I
I
don't know
agree.
if
I
they're
think
not.
No, he called it a half.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
So after one half and a whole lot of chaos up here, and for you at home, you're Sterling trails 17-0. Now at 10 quarters without scoring a point on the season, trails 17-0 after a snap over the punter's head. Evan Burgess gave them 2 points, and then a 24-yard touchdown with 6:02 left in the second quarter, and then a 60-yard touchdown from Swartz to Ord with 4 minutes left, and we'll have the Roadrunners leading 17-0 here at the half at Chaparral. So a disappointing half for the Black Bears, where they had a lot of opportunities early and let them go.
I'd agree. We're still in the football game. We just got to make
Absolutely.
a few defensive adjustments to that one pass. They have one run play and one pass play that just basically did all the damage.
Scored it. Yep.
So if we shut those two things, our problem is got to get some offense.
And I wonder, I mean, when you start throwing that deep look, you're trying to get a little more spacing for your run game, but you got to complete a couple for them to start backing off some.
Well, yeah, and that was one thing. We finally completed a pass. Kaz did to Cody Oden, 37 yards, and got stripped as Cody was on the sideline, which ended up leading, I believe, to the touchdown of the first touchdown. So here we sit. I'm not feeling as good as I wanted to. I thought sure that we were going to come out and be able to establish the run.
We did the first possession. And I don't know if they adjusted or we started executing, but something went downhill. Of course, no one got to see the good drive because we had no stream.
Some did, most didn't.
So how do some get to see it and some don't?
We don't know why. It's partially due to our new setup, which will.
Are you going to tell us about it?
Well,
all the cool stuff you're going to be able to
it's
do?
been disappointing so far, but
Not
that's,
disappointing. You just got to learn how to do it.
well, we do have a new piece of equipment that will help us
Is that-
give us a few angles, give us
Is that
some.
it right over there?
That is over there. It'll and they can get this can add a little bit more to the broadcast. We can add instant replays a little easier for you, but it would be much easier to set up at home, because if you'd see where we're sitting outside next to the press box with equipment and wires all over the place,
It's pretty cold up here.
and the
Wind's
wind
picking
is
up.
blowing over the top of the stadium. And once again, I'm stupid.
So part of the reason is because I was a little bit late getting out of the junior high film, and they're sitting in my yard waiting to pick me up. And I said, should I get my jacket? And Brian says, yeah, it's better safe to be sorry. So guess what? I went and got my jacket, and guess who has no jacket?
No jacket or pants.
Mr. Brian
Or
up
pants.
here,
Yeah.
up here in his shorts and his
Yeah,
little windbreaker. He's
My-
a little frosty.
when I coached, I took every piece of clothing I owned to every game,
Yeah.
and now I'm stupid.
Well, earlier in the day, I was chatting with him and asking what he was going to be wearing. He said, I'll probably go home and put some shorts on. I said, great idea, me too. And here I am.
Well, you know, they said 78 late in the afternoon. I was at tennis last night. There wasn't any wind. It was
No,
beautiful, so I thought I can survive this. But there's just enough breeze coming over the
Well,
top.
the problem is where we're seating.
Yes.
If we were 2 seats
Pulling
down,
right here.
Yes.
you probably weren't coming. Probably be too hot because the fire from that hamburger pit
You should go visit.
coming right over here. Oh, that girl right in front of us has got one of them. You see
She
that?
does.
Yep.
And cheese fries.
What are oh, those are nachos.
Oh, those are nachos?
They look pretty good. I guess they have a concession stand. We talked about it.
That's true.
If they'd have it with COVID.
Yeah, they didn't have programs. They made me do a QR code to do that.
We
And
have nachos, but no program.
nachos.
Prepackaged? Doesn't
No.
look like it.
No, well, that's definitely been cheesed over.
Maybe she opened the package and she cheesed over
She's
it.
it herself.
No, that squirt right out of them cheese machines.
Maybe they let
That's
her
this kid.
touch the cheese machine.
He ran away. I was going to say, kid, if they squirted it on there. Well, it's nice that junior high kids left us alone.
Yes.
There's nothing that can bring you to such a joyous state as 25 junior high kids right beside you.
And they always find the upper corners.
Yeah, up in the upper corner.
Absolutely.
You can't pay for this, people, and thankfully you don't have to.
Okay, my mom just texted me. How can it be 17 points?
Well, they got
You got to explain that to her.
well, they got the safety,
What is a safety worth?
2 points,
Okay, that 2 plus.
and then they got 7. They got a 6 and an extra point. Then
That
they
makes
scored
it
again.
9.
Got scored again with 6 points, and then they ran for the 2-point conversion.
On the blown extra
Oh,
point.
Yeah.
Right,
Yep.
8.
So that's
9
how.
and 8. Is that 17?
Yes.
Okay, there it is, Mom. 9 and 8, 17. Through a variety of craziness.
Yeah, I think a random football fan getting on right now sees 2 touchdowns and a field goal, but
Yes.
took a very different path to get there.
At our level, you don't often see 17 points
No.
achieved by at least by a field goal.
Turn around there, Mr. Winslow, and look at that. They've got a 5 or 6, 7 garages in
I
their
was-
building.
Checking that out earlier. I mean, it's got to be a mechanic class of some sort, right?
Yeah, maybe they run the community college out here. Harvey County? Are we Harvey County?
That's Newton and Heston.
What
This
did
is Harper
you- I
County.
knew it was an H. Harper County Community Tech School right over there, maybe.
Well, I guess I'll add one more thing to add to what we need to learn in my American history and American government class, the counties of Kansas.
My understanding is there was a mechanic class
Probably a long
In
time
Sterling?
ago. Yes,
Yeah.
a long time
When
ago.
we first came,
where Wohler,
wasn't-
Mr. Wohler's room is now.
Yes.
right?
Yeah, but it
Yeah.
wasn't going when I was there. It was right before. Glenn Gable ran
Yeah,
it,
Mr.
didn't he?
Gable, he was teaching when you got there.
Yeah, but he wasn't doing auto mechanics.
Oh, they weren't doing it then.
No, I don't think so. But I
So
could
that
be
was the whole garage right there, though.
Mhm.
Somebody chime in here and tell us when the auto mechanics program folded up at Sterling High School. Approximately what time?
Sterling starts district play next week as we travel over to Hillsboro. The Trojans are they were pretty good last year and are pretty awfully good this year. Two brothers.
Hillsboro?
Yeah. Two brothers, the Patusiks, one
Yeah,
at quarterback, and they're good in
that
basketball.
That name gets a little old sometimes.
Then hopefully we'll be able to play Lions at home for homecoming. Lions, they have caused a little bit of problems. I don't mean them, but them not being able to play. Last week forced Pratt to schedule Girard, and they played at Butler County Community College because Girard in southeast Kansas, they met at Butler County and played, and
That'd be
Pratt
kind of
won.
fun, actually.
Pratt won by 20-19, and then tonight,
Where's Girard at?
southeast Kansas,
Why would they go to Barton County? That's north.
Butler County.
Oh, you said Butler? Did he say Butler?
I'm pretty sure I said Butler. El Dorado.
I don't know. I don't know where either of them are, so I'm not sure.
And tonight they were scheduled to play Nickerson. Nickerson traveled to Mar Hill, which is Atchison, which is in the northeast corner. You can't go much farther in the state than the northeast corner of Kansas, and Kobe Comley just brought Clark Comley. He came to the rescue.
I don't think he's bringing them to me.
You don't think he's bringing the hamburger to you?
No, he's going to be eating them himself.
So Kobe makes an appearance down here.
Paying
and
a visit.
there has been a number of tonight. Sedgwick is hosting either Jeff West or Jeff North at Sedgwick, and they just got that game scheduled last night, so not a lot of time to prepare.
Really?
For real.
Oh, that's
Can you
crazy.
imagine
There's a lot of
scout
that
and
stuff.
prep for that?
There is a lot of stuff like that going on right now because of
Yeah.
games being postponed or canceled in some cases.
I
So-
can't imagine the scouting. You do a quick walkthrough right after
Yeah.
school. I mean, what do you? Jefferson County, whichever one it is, they've got to just be driving the whole time.
They drove. Yeah, well, they're coming almost as far as Nickerson is to
right?
Atchison.
Atchison.
So, just crazy.
Walk through on the bus, I guess.
Yes. Sterling's district this year consists of Hillsboro and Lyons, Trinity, Marion, and Haven. And we've got a long stretch of games here. One more on the road, and then we'll be at home for Lyons, and then back on the road for 2 more weeks to Trinity and Marion before finishing the season, the regular season at home versus Haven. Haven last week, I believe, shut out Smoky Valley. And if you've seen Haven the last few years, they ran the single wing. I don't believe they're running that anymore, and they're sure putting a lot of points on the board.
New coach?
I believe, well, 2 new coaches. 2 assistants took over. I think they're co-coaches. And so
Concession stand behind the box here.
Chaparral's in a 2A district with Belle Plaine, Douglas, Garden Plain, Bluestem, and Kingman. So pretty good district there.
Hans Anderson's buddies don't think we'll give him a shout out.
Well, you know we will.
How would they think that? Obviously, they don't know where we're at.
They dared you.
Small town or whatever. Of course, we're going to give you a shout out, Hans buddies.
Well, he texted me earlier that
Did he?
he wanted to know if we were on, and he said,
Where is Hans? Did we figure that out last week?
well, I think he's in North Carolina.
North
That
Carolina?
sounds right.
He said the 3rd Marine Raider Support Battalion
Raider sounds cool.
are all trying to watch,
Yeah,
and
they
now
are.
they are. So shout out to you guys. Thank you
Awesome.
for doing what you do to allow us to do this bit of stupidity that we put on every week and to follow really serious football. And next week, as we said, we'll be over at Hillsborough. It should be inside over there, Clark. So
It's not bad out here. I just feel bad for you. I almost gave you my jacket, but you'd be making fun of me how big it is. So
do not feel bad for me.
I know how stupid you are after the Lions game. I'll never forget that.
Yes, and you know, I tell the kids the other day that we get dumber as we get older. The smartest I ever was at 21, and I've gotten dumber since, and tonight is, again, proof of that.
How come we don't ever have sponsors all around our field like all the other schools? How much you think they're paying for those things over there?
Well, probably quite a bit. Personally, I don't like it, but that's
You don't
just
like
me.
how it looks?
I don't like how it looks.
No, I think it looks pretty nice. All
I
these
mean, they're not that
sponsors.
they're hanging improperly. They're
Yeah.
just
You know, Brian, just thinking about your clothing comments. Coaching with you a couple years ago, I would
Yes.
say your decision making is far from wrong. When we had a light sprinkle one day of practice, and I come out and you're in your full
I had full rain gear.
rain gear, and we're all making fun of you until
Yeah.
it started pouring on us,
Yes.
and then we're all coming over asking if we can fit in with it.
Yeah. Now, see, over the years I did get smarter, but since I've been doing this,
I've dumbed you
you've
down.
dumbed me down. There it is. The dumbing of America, starting with Clark Conley.
Okay, so last year at Remington in the junior high game,
I remember this.
you were there?
No, but I remember the picture. You look like Batman.
No, Darth Vader.
Yes.
And I got those old parkas from the
Yes.
70s, and I take 3 of them and put 2 of them on the sideline, and I'm wearing mine the whole time. It's cold. And I think it was maybe wet, but not pouring rain.
It was wet.
Yeah, well, it was kind of damp, and then the wind came and just started howling like 40 mile an hour wind. It's just howling. And they're all making, Riffle and Chad are just making fun of me and telling me, okay, second half, there's Chad. Chad in the other park.
Now he sent me a picture of you from behind, and he
Yeah,
said
he-
it's.
he-
He said it was Batman.
He didn't. Yeah, I look kind of like Batman too. He didn't want to do one himself, so.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Ripple, he held on to his little jacket and just froze.
he wasn't going to.
Like you.
He wasn't going to. Well, you tried to give me a Lions jacket. That was the
I
problem
know.
last year.
It was a warm one, though. You wouldn't
No,
take it.
it was not.
It was a windbreaker, at least. Would have broke the wind.
And this game better not go till midnight, but it doesn't. Shouldn't. We have 2 minutes left.
Probably the lights are going to go out or something.
No, they better not.
Put it in some kind of a delay.
Well, we've nearly filled 15 minutes of nothing. No pep band. Although the band is on the track, but they're not playing at halftime.
Yeah, that's weird. They took a break right during
So,
that big moment.
Yeah.
But they've been down there the whole game.
Do you think if you asked one of these guys, Clark, what Chaparral means, they'd be able to tell you?
One of their fans?
Fans, him, one of the.
I'll ask one of these people if they come up here. This guy's pretty friendly, but he's talking to people.
When's that ever stopped you from interrupting somebody?
I don't have enough cord to go down the stairs to talk to him. Man, there's hamburgers all over this crowd.
There
I know,
Really
you just can't take it.
when you get to looking, they're just like hamburger sightings left and right.
Look better than the 2 cheeseburgers from earlier.
No, they were pretty good. Here come the Black Bears.
How about this guy coming up the stairs? He looks knowledgeable.
He's on a mission, though.
He is. He might be running the clock.
Maybe when he comes back down, I'll ask him.
Yeah.
Excuse me. He's got some big feet. Some big old feet.
You didn't say that to his face, I
No,
noticed.
he was already in the booth.
No, he wasn't. He just said it behind his back. One minute left and a half before the 3 minutes warm-up period.
Well, Chaparral looks like they're in a good mood. You know how you can tell when they come out all jumping around and everything. They deferred, right? Then we fumbled the kickoff. Then they fumbled it. And then we got it back. So it's going to be their football to start the second half.
Well, we have 55 computers on. Had 60. That's about how many we have on the opposite sideline on the stands as they restricted attendance to, well, Mr. Laudermilk said about 5 per athlete.
Got some nice social distancing going down there in the student section.
Yes, they are wearing the mask. Well, some of them are. No, I take that back. Some of them are wearing their
Yeah.
mask.
They're supposed to be wearing their masks.
Yes, in
But
fact.
since
Sauce
half of
them.
them are eating hamburgers,
That's true.
they got them down.
Yes.
That's what I hear in class all the time.
Yes, I'm eating.
I'm eating. I'm drinking.
Well, they are. They are eating and drinking.
Yep. Yeah, we saw people getting stopped coming into the game, being told they got to put their mask
Put
on
their
before
mask
you come
on,
in.
yeah.
Now, after getting in, it doesn't look like it's.
Anybody's enforcing
Well,
that. But
I don't think
quite
there's
the
a whole
follow-through.
reason to be when you're by your family and you're 10 feet from somebody. I don't know that you'd need it.
So do we know, did they restrict their access too, or is it just visiting
I
crowd?
think they
I
did.
think they restricted
Did they?
everybody.
Yep.
There's a pretty decent crowd here, though.
There is.
Well, I can't find any information about Chaparral High School and its name, but I do know that Anthony used to be the Pirates, which is a great name, and I don't know about Harper, but the Pirates of Anthony. And
They were the Harpoons. The Harper Harpoons.
maybe you should help the Washington football team.
Maybe that would help explain the shrimp farms they got over there. For those giant shrimp you were talking
There'll
about.
be some big shrimp.
You'll never guess where Clark ate the big shrimp, though. He didn't pay for them. It was at a wedding.
There's some large shrimp. Oh, here comes a Chaparral cat. What would you call that guy?
A roadrunner?
No, he's wearing a cape.
Well, he's a
cape.
mascot.
He's not the mascot. He's just got a flag.
It
draped
looks
over
like
his
what
head.
Jonas would wear in the hallway.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, they must have ran out of burgers because they fired her back up. Here comes a new fresh smoke.
Well, we'll try to find out if the Black Bears have a little bit of fight in them. I think they're I know that they felt like they could come in here and move the football. And so it's got to be a little discouraging.
Yeah, but you got to get some consistency on your line.
It's true. And
That's where it all starts.
That's
People
true.
just see the quarterback and they see the backs, but if you don't have some timing up on your line,
right.
It's just a mess. And when we change a new guy every week,
Mm-hmm.
even one guy throws it for a loop, and sometimes we're changing two people out.
And there hasn't been the starting offensive line or a consistent line since before the season started, as Jonas Gunther went down, and then Reese Bressler out last week, and then this week his replacement, Gabe Riffle, is out. So
Reese should be back Monday.
And
school.
And the last two.
I wonder if Mr. Bressler out there watching. We haven't heard
I'm
from
sure
him.
he is.
Hi, Mr. Bressler. We miss you. Miss your smiling face in our hallways. Your encouraging words.
Justin Morris said that his son and Zach Wooler are getting some TV time. They must have been out in the middle of the field.
I see them ball boys over
ball
there.
Ball boys over there, so they must have been
sitting on the training table. They either replaced it or fixed it from last week.
Yeah, I wish we could get a close-up of the new table. Can your new technology zoom in on the new table?
Maybe next week we can get a really good close-up of it. All right, Clark's going to stand in front of me. So.
No, I'm sitting down.
Okay.
I'm sitting down.
Excuse me, number 6.
Up and down helps me just stay a little warmer.
Pretty nice
Zane
kick
with a
by
nice
Zane.
high kick on the sideline, right where you want it. And nobody's bothered to tackle him yet. Finally forced out.
Right where you want it, where he can run right down the sideline for
Looked like
45
Ian Yancey
yards.
over there with the knockout.
Excuse me, number 70, Trevor Oakes.
Trevor Oakes with the knockout. Ian Yancey right around the play. So this is a big series.
Why do you think it's a big one?
Well, we can't let them march down and score another one and put 24 on the board, and we haven't scored in 10 quarters yet. So
okay. I just wanted to prove your thought process.
That we were thinking alike. Swartz.
Here comes that pole. Didn't even wait for him that time, just hit an inside gap.
Francis with a 9-yard carry. He's just a sophomore. They have a lot of sophomores. Quarterback's a sophomore as well.
That tall dude's a sophomore?
Yeah.
He's not done growing.
I wonder how tall he's going to end up being.
Yeah.
That's why I think he was listed at 6'3", 124 pounds last year. Now he might be 6'5" and 145.
He does look like Tyus.
He does. Man.
You know Dwayne was a high school quarterback.
Really?
Yep.
And Tyus was your junior high quarterback.
Yeah. I think Dwayne might have played 6-man. I can't swear to that.
I think it was 8.
Was it 8?
Yeah.
Have you had a conversation with him or something? Okay.
Tyus throws a nice ball.
Yeah, he's a good thrower.
So after a muff snap, it'll lose 4 yards, and it will be 3rd and 5 for the Roadrunners on their own 45, 46-yard line. So Sterling, after debuting their 3-4 last week, 3-3, got to find some linebacker play right in here. And a nice stop by Evan Burgess, who's playing the end.
Yep. That was a good call by Coach Schneider.
So that'll be a loss, and that will should force the Roadrunners to punt.
Yep, here comes a long snapper.
So
what are the odds of him kicking on the guy's head 2 times in a row? Slim? That could be something they could put in Vegas.
would that be another question?
No,
Better answer pretty quick.
There's not an answer to that one.
10 minutes now left. Sterling got it stopped that it needed. Swartz with the punt. They're off him, but it's a really hard punt. Zach will get it back on the 18-yard line of Sterling. That was a rocket. You could just see how heavy of a punt that was. And
what's our quarterback?
Was their quarterback that punted it. He doesn't play defense.
That's because he's too worn out from punting and running.
In fact, he has to wear basketball knee pads under his pants because his pants are too short.
Not long enough. 88 looked about the same size.
Yeah,
as him.
he's
Where's he at?
He hasn't been in as much tonight as I've seen him.
He might be the defensive end on our side.
Yeah, you're right.
I think he's got basketball knee pads on too.
Yep. Short pants and
It could be a style. It could be fashion, football fashion.
Nice run.
so fullback ISO to Allen for a gain of 7 yards out to the 26-yard line. They're going to mark it at the 24 instead.
There we go. That's how we started the game.
Gain of 6 on the play.
We ripped off 3 or 4 or 5 of those.
So we get more people at the point of attack using our running backs to block for Allen rather than a straight read dive off the option. Cody Oden at the top of the screen. There's room over there. And that was our straight option there, and Kaz gave it.
That did not go so good there.
So that'll be a loss of 3. Ball will go back to the 21-yard line, bring up 3rd and 7 along 6 for the Black Bears. Now 9:38 left in the 3rd quarter. Sterling had 17 yards of offense last week, less than 100 the week before. Allen Anderson did have 60 yards on 15 carries last week. 1 for 30, though, the majority of it. Kaz with the ball. It's thrown up into traffic, and a great catch to Cody Oden.
Cody went up and got one.
That'll be a 22-yard reception by Cody. And Kaz fit it right in. I don't know if that's cover 2 or not, but he fit it right in between the 2 defenders.
Had one over top, one underneath, and just put it in the right spot. Great ball.
Gain on the play for a first down.
So the Black Bears accumulating some yards now through the air, which they hadn't done all year.
Yeah, it's our best looking drive so far, the football game.
Now they're getting a few out of the box. They need to run one under Zane on the backside.
Threw out of bounds. I guess because somebody was smoking him back there, I guess.
Yeah, he got hit hard.
Number 3 thrown out of bounds.
If Zane or
Brings us 2nd and 10.
Zane would run but he wasn't running very hard across the middle. I'm not so sure that Kaz saw him, but that backside is going to be wide open. So 2nd and 10.
Well, he was kind of running for his life.
Was he? Okay, I wasn't watching there.
I didn't think he was, but he barely got it off, and he got waylaid, so.
Yep. Had to get out of the pocket.
Well, they had 2 safeties.
Initial protection.
And they do have 2 safeties, so they pulled somebody out of the box right now.
That guy
and that'll
just jumped.
That'll be a 5-yard penalty on the Roadrunners. We'll bring up 2nd and 5.
First penalty of the second half.
8:49 left.
Defense, 5-yard penalty.
Sterling approaching
2nd and 5.
Roadrunner territory, and I believe we were in their territory for a little bit in the first quarter.
Oh, fumble.
Kaz gave the ball. Allen never got it or didn't take it, and he fumbled it, but
got it back.
Kaz somehow,
I think he was the only one that knew it happened.
how did he get it back?
I didn't see it. I saw Allen kind of flailing.
Makes you wonder if a QB follow would work here.
Yeah, really.
If it was that untouched, going back to get it.
So actually a gain of 3 yards or 2 yards, 3rd and 3.
What do we got to do? I say we chuck one here. What do you guys think?
No.
It's 3rd and short.
Get it first.
No, chuck one here and score.
That's the problem. It is a chuck.
They think we're running it.
Allen with a first down carry.
Good run.
21, Allen Anderson on the carry.
He carries 2 big
Tackled by number 59.
runners with him. Eli Gates not happy that he didn't stop him, but he's feeling the pain of Allen's run through him. So Sterling enters Chaparral territory at the 45 of the Roadrunners.
Well, the second half's been kind of dominated by us, guys.
Mm-hmm.
So if we could punch it in here, the tide would begin to turn.
On our overlook, trips.
Allen running for everything he
Man,
can.
what a great effort by Allen.
Just a couple blocks, and he's
Man, you can't ask for more as far as giving an effort than that.
He ran a long way to get one.
He sure did.
Took a lot of hits. He doesn't seem to be feeling any pain.
They must not be hitting that bruise.
I'm thinking it's adrenaline after the game. He may be feeling it.
Throw a slant to Cody. Wheel route.
The wheel route.
Ooh.
That was about a wreck right there.
Yep. I think they both knew it too. Donovan and number 7.
Bring up 3rd and 9, stops the clock. 7 minutes left in the third. I'm not sure Coach Schneider has it in his passing game, but he needs something under.
Now
like they were effective on us in the first half.
Now I'd run it here and try to get it with 2 run plays.
There are a couple plays with the backside drag.
Agree.
That
Braxton Linden at center. Carson Gray at right guard.
I'd run behind big old Caden Webb over there.
covering up Cody Oden.
Allen was too fast through the hole for
There you
Kaz.
go.
Kaz bowling
Look
forward.
Yeah, nice
Look
move.
at the Bulldog go. He
I
just
told him
kept chugging away.
I told him I wouldn't call him the hefty lefty, but man, he's carrying all kinds of people.
All right. That's what I said to do. Now see if I'm right. Now we
4th
got-
and 4.
Now you got the whole playbook here.
Kaz with 5. You can hear the coaches from Chaparral letting his sideline know, and then the whole stadium actually, that
that a
Sterling
coach
is
or was
going
that a
for it.
fan?
I think it's a coach.
Was there a
I hope
coach up
so.
here? Okay.
They're going to have to take a timeout. They're all confused. Nope, they're just going to run it.
Kaz has
Got
it
it
under,
there.
and there it is.
Oh.
He was just behind Zach.
That underneath route, though.
There it was.
That's what you're asking for.
Zach was just behind Zach enough, and Francis was able to get a finger on it. So
Yep.
Sterling's deepest penetration into Chaparral territory is turned over. 6:12 left, halfway through the third quarter. Chaparral take over on their own 39-yard line. We'll see if they try to get these underneath routes. Maybe Sterling get a pick 6 out of this.
No, they're going to run that one play. They've been running every play.
There goes the guard.
Nice play.
Yeah, we figured that one out.
Francis with the carry, tackled by number 1, Zach Surface.
Zach Surface and Allen was in there, and
Short gain on the
I
play.
think Caden Webb.
Brings us second
Nope,
down and
that was
9.
Trevor Oakes on the bottom of the pile. Sterling sideline trying to get him defense going here. Second and 10, sorry.
Says it's second.
Quarterback sweep,
Oh, all over it.
and he is all over it. Trevor Oakes forced him slow down, and then I
Trevor
believe that
Oakes
was Trevin and
Trevor Oakes has been very active tonight.
playing that
He's-
nose guard.
He's just in on a lot of stuff.
Nose guard gave them troubles last week, except it was a really big nose guard for Trinity. Trevin Jones and Braxton Linden cleaned it up.
What do you think here? They got the lead, just run and punt it. They're going to run that run play and punt it. That's
Run
what I
us
think.
off and throw it under
Here's
to
the trips. We'll see if they throw it underneath
Yep,
again.
you're
Sprint
right.
out.
fall right there. And
There it
there's
is.
this is Org.
We got him.
It's Org.
Complete to number 22, Joe Rohr.
Good tackle by Cody Royer.
Tackled by number 1, Zach Surface for the Bears.
He caught the 60-yard touchdown pass. That'll bring up 4th, and they will punt it, I believe. Pin Sterling back and dare them to score
Brings up
from a
4th and
long
6
way to
for
flip the
Roadrunners.
field.
Ball on their own 43.
Here comes the hamburger haze.
So last week, after really tackling well, first half Sterling struggled to tackle and really cost 2 touchdowns.
And Surface back to the case.
Royer with his sure hands on the punt.
It's a nice catch by Cody.
Wasn't it great? That would have rolled clear down to the 10-yard line had he not.
That's so tough, I think, to come up and catch those. Your instinct is, I don't want that. He'll catch that with those guys coming at me.
And he's only got a yard out of that return, so
Yeah,
they were
but
right on top of him.
He saved 20.
Oh, no, I'm not just – I'm agreeing with you, Clark,
Yeah.
saying there are 3 guys going to tackle him as soon as he caught it.
I wonder if there's more than just a hamburger fire. As much smoke is coming.
It is quite a bit.
If our seats start to warm up,
I'll take it.
we're getting the internet will be over.
When they turn red, then I might get up. Sterling spreads it. Kaz Drop back.
It about worked.
And Carson
I think
Gray
it-
got flattened as a blitzer came through there and got pancaked, and
I think it went through Cody's hands, maybe.
might have to delay the game with all the smoke coming across the field.
Brings up 2nd and 10 for the Bears.
Looks like the fog bowl.
I think the Colorado Fires have got a spark over here.
It's not real funny to the people down here, Clark.
Why?
You know, they had those fires
Here in
this,
Chaparral?
along this area a few years ago.
That's because we're in the chaparrals. All the thickets.
Be a false start here. Had Carson Gray going on a sort of a G.
Mhm.
The guard's pulling out, and I think he was a little antsy, wanting to get out there early.
Carson is a freshman, getting his first start on the offensive line over at Sedgwick. He started on the defensive line. And
Brings up 2nd
Clark, did you expect him to be starting
No.
offensive line on varsity this
No.
year right away?
Third game of the year.
I didn't. But I'll tell you this, if he'll stay with football, he'll be recruited pretty heavily to the collegiate ranks.
Kaz hands it off to Allen. Allen getting hit by about 10 of the 11.
Carry the ball. Tackled by Alec Papp and Harley Acorn.
He'll get no gain.
No
Third
gain
and-
on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 15.
3rd and 15.
This is not good.
No, 3:30 left in the third quarter. Reverse handoff, but it's sniffed out, but a nice play by Cody. Nearly ripped the ball out, though, and he'll lose 3 yards.
Number 18, Cody Royer with the carry. Brought down by Alec Papp. And Jared Engel.
So it'll bring up 4th down. Sterling will have to punt.
For Sterling.
Doing
I
like
think Coach Schneider thought about it. Down
Well,
17 with 2 minutes left.
Yeah, the adventure that our hunt game's been.
It's a good point.
We're down here deep, and a
think it's also-
mistake could cost you 7.
also a frustration thinking about it.
Yep.
There you go.
No real rush.
Bounce away, bounce away, bounce away all. Nope,
Nice.
Tackle.
not really. Trevor Oaks has had a great game doing whatever he's supposed to be doing. He's been there.
Jack Francis with the return
Here's
there.
the missile.
Brings the ball out to the 50.
Tell you what, they do hit.
Red Runners.
They do.
And a lot of it's behind the play or right as the whistle's blowing. I'm not saying it's cheap. It's just that they're playing through the whistle is my point. And they're putting some wood on us out there. First down right on the 50-yard line for Chaparral. Now 2:10 left.
Back to that running play. No, they faked. They got the slant. Ooh, it about cost him some there as he
Pass
bobbled it.
incomplete to Joe Ward.
Ward was splitting
2nd and 10, Road Runners.
Zane and Cody. Guerrero and Royer. If he catches that, it's possible it's 6.
For them or us?
Them.
Yeah, but it could have been 6 the other way if he would have bobbled up in the air a little more.
Had him.
Sports pass to Jared. Incomplete. 3rd down and 10. The 50.
I don't know if that was the inside receiver or the outside receiver, but he was wide open.
Just watching their line the last 2 plays. They have a really nice pass drop. All of them. First initial step straight back.
And nobody's getting any kind of
Right.
pressure on him as long as he stays in the pocket.
But they're definitely not just standing up the same way between a run and a pass. They're definitely there's a definitely tell on the snap.
Sports pass to Joe Ward. Incomplete.
So another incomplete.
They're going to punt it again. Play defense.
3 straight passes.
Coach Mosier maybe getting a little greedy with the 17-point lead.
No
You want
wonder.
to practice. You want to have some fun. And
Killing, I mean, that took what, 10 seconds?
10 seconds. Just over 30. Yeah, just over 10 seconds.
Number 1, Zach Service. Number 18, Cody Royer back deep. Sterling.
The dude threw 3 balls right in their hands.
Nearly blocked.
It's going to hit the guy in the head again. It did.
And it will.
Hit on his
Hit
leg.
right on his heel. So that'll put
What are
Sterling
the odds of this?
at the 21, 22-yard line,
Okay.
21.
We need some kind of pot. Everybody needs to throw $5 in.
How do you decide a winner?
Yeah, that's true. How
You
would
put your 20 in, and we'll bet you that it won't happen again.
$20,
You put your 20 in.
and you both are going to throw 20 in. And
No,
if
I
it-
said it. I'm just going to keep my money because I'm going to win because you're going to say it's going to happen again.
That's right.
And you guys will put in 20 each.
Nope,
and if
we'll
it
s-
hits the guy, I get your $40.
That's right, but I'm not
And-
worried about that.
And if it doesn't ever hit the guy, then you guys get 10 each.
How about you give me 20? I'll happily give
Yeah.
it back if it happens again.
You're trying to make bets like Kyler bets, where there's never a real bet. Just give me something if I do this. No, thank you.
Harley Acorn.
It's hard not to watch, try to follow the football, but if you're watching at home right now,
Brings up 2nd down and
and if you're, that's pretty stupid. If you're watching at home, you're not doing anything else. If you're,
If you're watching this, you're at home.
yep. And
Hey, I think my brother's in a hotel watching it, so he could. There's,
Okay.
There's the deal.
but watch Caden Webb. He's a left guard. I'll tell you what, he's impressive getting off the ball. He gets off so quick that it almost looks like he is illegal proceduring. And he is just flat. And there he is again. Nice block.
Yep.
He sprung that one.
And Evan Burgess with the first down.
What number is Caden? 56?
56. He's wearing the white shoes on the offensive line. And
Yep.
And Ray Barnoff.
so first down. Now we go under a minute left in the third quarter.
Gain of 9 on the play. Brings up a first
I don't
down.
mean to bring it up, but I keep doing it. I can't help it to think about this will be the –
Don't do it.
I won't do it.
Don't do it. Swallow your words.
I just did. 11th. I couldn't help myself.
They're off sides. I got the view of it.
Oh,
And Caden is way
Caden is just
way ahead
wow.
of it.
Caden was on the 2nd level by the time we snapped it.
Number 2, Donovan Hopewell.
Oh,
Reminds
he's
me-
shooting out of a cannon
he
there.
is. It reminds me of Dave Remington at Nebraska back in the early 80s.
You know, we got to shoot this year.
That
Hey,
maybe
true
helped.
lineman shoot. Yeah.
That maybe helped.
Why does that remind me
2nd
of
down and 8.
who'd you say?
Dave Remington,
No one's
center,
ever- no
center
one's
at
ever-
Nebraska,
no one's ever
sure.
heard of
Outland
that
Trophy
name.
winner 2 years in a row.
Was that
That'll
when,
end the-
when Nebraska was?
Nebraska was good. That'll be the end of the third quarter.
Hey, at least they'll be able to play again this year.
We hope.
Hopefully.
Hopefully, yeah, it was good news in Huskerland and all across, well, not all across the Big Ten because I don't think most of them wanted to play.
That's the end of the third quarter.
Why did you say that?
Because it's true. Had Nebraska not pushed for it, Ohio State, they probably wouldn't.
Why?
They were
We'd like
They were
to remind
content
everybody
to.
there are still wristbands available for tomorrow for the quad volleyball match. Come out and support
Nice looking track.
volleyball.
Yeah, is it 8 lanes?
It is.
It is 8 lanes.
Yep,
I'm
full
sure
8.
they've hosted a regional here.
It's a nice facility. I
It
mean,
is.
It's really beautiful for a football game.
Well, you know, they'd been 4A for quite a while, and
Really.
yeah, a long time ago. In fact, back in 2004,
Cheerleaders, we've got Mia Smith for Smith.
I'm just looking around.
they
They
were
got
still,
a greenhouse back here.
Grace Meacham, Tipton Francis,
I think I heard it sits equally between Harper and Anthony.
Chloe Dodgen, Alexis Shelton,
So
and
where would that be if
Alexis
Sterling and Lyons merged?
About the ethanol plant.
Would that be the
probably.
ethanol plant?
We'd be the gassers.
You know, I just learned that that radio building
Yeah.
used to be
Yes.
a school.
Yes, I told you that. Yeah.
Was that from you?
Yeah, it was
Okay.
for me. Yeah. Yeah, that was at Union. I'm
Pacific.
sure somebody will be able to tell Union. Why does Union 6 sound right to me? But
I mean, just pulled. I mean, what grades or?
yeah, all grades, I believe.
Really?
The regional
Just that area
township
right
schools. Yeah. Before they consolidated
That can be question of the night.
one of the
Number three.
consolidations. Number 5 or
Number
6.
5.
Andrew Shuren nearly got some TV time there. We were hoping our great filmer, he never gets cold. If it were 20 below, he'd still be in T-shirts and shorts. He is battling an injured kneecap. Caden with the pole creates a hole for Evan. Evan falls forward, and he'll get a first down. So 2 big runs for the Black Bears.
A little spark with Evan back there.
Yeah, he's done some good stuff.
He has.
You're mentioning Caden has kind of fired us all up, too.
Well, it's fun watching Caden get off the football.
We just need to focus on Caden.
I'm telling you what, he's playing both sides of the ball right now.
He is. Right guard
so
now.
He's doing what you do, Clark.
Switching to the most important spot.
Yep. So that time, Evan will get a yard.
You know, we always look for tendencies like that,
That is a good one.
defensively. Do they run one way or more than the other, certain side? And sometimes they even know that they're that much better, and they're going to do it anyways.
It doesn't matter. They're going to tell you they're going that way.
You can know I'm going this way, and you got to still stop it.
So Caden over at right guard this time. He's been the left guard most of the night.
Firing through.
Kaz didn't have.
I think he fumbled it, maybe.
Yes, he did. I believe he got it back.
We got it back.
I think his fullback wasn't there. He reached back to.
Recovered by the Bears.
I believe Kaz is hurt.
That's not good. There he's coming.
Nobody put out a hand to hold him up, and nobody would help him.
We're just going to leave him sit there. What's he got? Cramp?
Should bring in Carson Scheimer.
Yep.
There he
Freshman
comes.
cold off the bench. But
we got to have to get Cass some cramp aid. Isn't that
I'm telling you what.
2 games in a row?
I'm going to have to call them tomorrow to tell them about this, because we should be getting compensated for all the run they're getting tonight from you.
Well, I haven't tried it yet, but I haven't had cramps lately. Oh, Carson. I think if I was you,
slow mesh there.
I just give that away, buddy.
Fourth down for Sterling.
Joey Hartman out here. Has he been out for a while? On the field?
No, I think he just got out there. I haven't noticed him.
For Zane?
Yeah, probably Zane. Kaz back in.
Where do you see that? Oh, yeah, he's getting the play on the side.
9:50 left.
They must have been the toe stretch on him.
You know that one well?
No, I never do it. I don't have cramps when I'm playing football, just when I'm laying asleep.
You wouldn't know if you had cramps playing football. Illegal procedure. Ball start.
Probably called on Caden for getting off the ball too fast.
9:22 and running. 4th and 14.
There's a sheriff guy that keeps flashing some light at this boy. Blue and red thing like you're pulling somebody over. We should interview him what that light is. Oh, Kaz. Oh, Kaz.
Ooh. Kaz getting crushed from behind. And they had it well covered, and Kaz never really had a chance to throw it. So the struggle continues for the Black Bear offense as they go 2 steps forward and then 4 steps back.
Be 1st and 10 from the 37 for the Roadrunners.
If I'm Chaparral right now, I run it and get out of here. Is there an even 9 minutes left now as we're in the 4th quarter? And they will. Evan Burgess with the tackle.
Jack Francis on the carry, tackled by number 8, Evan Burgess. Gain of 4 on the play brings up, 3 on the play brings up 2nd down and 7.
So this is probably Chaparral's 4th possession of this half. The Black Bears have done a really nice job.
What was the score at half? 17-0.
Yep.
We talked about it. Well, that guy moved, but I guess
Definitely moved.
he can reset, though, in the backfield, can he?
Guess they consider
Yes.
that a false start, though.
I think if it's a jerky movement,
Yep.
it can look like a football move.
It definitely looked like a football move.
Yep.
Well, they're going with what you say, Brian. They're eating all the clock up.
Sterling brings a blitz, and it's picked up. Nice tackle by
Jack Francis with the carry.
Caden.
Tackled by number 56, Caden Webb.
Brought Allen on a blitz, and he got smoked. Then and finished it up with Caden.
Gain of 5 on the play.
But a
Brings
5-yard
down to
gain,
9
as it'll
for
be
the
3rd
Roadrunners.
and 9 for Chaparral, and they're in no hurry as they're sitting just outside their 36-yard line, 35-yard line, 36, 37. And I think Chaparral has like 30 cheerleaders. I just noticed.
Now, 12.
12 is all. I guess there's COVID spread out,
Spread
so
out.
that's why it looks like so many.
That's how many we have.
Ooh.
And a hot shot from Swartz to Ord, and that was 6 again.
The poor guy can't catch it.
Man,
He got the 60-yarder, but and
he did.
Down to 9 for
the
the
slant's been that was a bullet though.
That's a pretty good ball.
That was a nice
Right to him.
ball.
Yeah, right on the chest.
So that stops the clock, and they'll punt again.
That's the best ball he's thrown all night, I think.
Sophomore quarterback, you said?
Yep, sophomore.
Yeah, he looks good.
I like to see him play basketball. I bet he's pretty good.
Swartz back to kick for the Roadrunners. Number 18, Cody Royer, and number 1, Zach Surface back to catch.
They were coming after it. We about got it. And I think that was a
Oh
wise,
my, what a kick.
wise decision to try to go get it and get
Yep.
something to happen.
Agree. It'll go all the way back down to the 15-yard line.
Ball on the 14.
Minutes even left. Sterling right now just needs to find a way to put something on the scoreboard.
I would agree.
They've got a long way to go,
Even-
85 yards.
Even if we don't score, if we could
Yep.
just move it, feel better about some things we did.
Cal's going to throw it, and he's got Zach wide open.
There
Zach
it
will
is.
catch.
Oh.
Oh, just got blasted. Zach will get up. He's tough, but that was a hard hit.
Legal.
Yeah, we absolutely.
Yep.
Alec Half on that play.
Yeah, they were kind of sitting on that out route.
I thought it was there, actually.
I agree.
He was open, but
But that cover 2 look with
Yeah.
the corner, I think, just pulled him back underneath.
Kaz will throw it again. He's going to throw it deep to
Got
Joey.
him. Got him. Got him. Oh, good
Joey
ball.
had it and dropped
That's a
it.
Good ball, I guess.
He was.
Great
That was a
ball.
Great ball.
Complete to number 15,
Joey
Martin.
caught a long one the other night at Garden Plain in the JV game, and he was open there. And
He's pretty fast.
yeah, Joey
Very
had a
fast.
nice track season 2 seasons ago, I should say, as a freshman, and
Missed his sophomore year.
yeah,
I guess everybody did.
everybody did. He does have a bruised hand that he suffered
Mhm.
Monday night. So 3rd and 10. And they'll run
Got it.
at the Zach. Nice hit,
About
but
a
it'll
yard.
be just short of the first down.
Zach
Number
Surface.
2.
It's going to be really short, or
Tackled by
just
number
barely.
59.
Boy, Zach's taking some hits on those routes.
He has. 4th and
Short
a
of the first down.
short
Brings up
one.
4th down and 1.
Sterling will go for it as they should. 6:20 now left.
Would you throw it here?
No.
Try to get back in the game? You got 6 minutes left.
Get the first down first.
Okay.
Kaz with the delayed quarterback sneak. He'll bowl forward for the first down.
Keeper by number 3, Kaz Conley. Tackled by both Ware and Eli Jackson. Nothing to gain on the play for a first down. Brings up 1st and 10 for Sterling on the 25.
Trips over here, although is Cody technically a receiver there, an inside receiver? I'm guessing
got
not.
4 going that way. We got a miss.
There's a
Yeah,
flag on
I
the
think
play.
Cody was covered up on that one.
I'm guessing that's not a look we practice a lot.
False start against Bears.
I would disagree with that.
You think they practiced that one?
The overlook.
Whatever
Yeah.
that was.
Yeah,
5-yard penalty.
run it a couple times tonight.
1st and 15.
I'm thinking they're just not sitting in where they're supposed to.
Oh, that could be. What's the weather tomorrow? I'm going to a tennis tournament,
Everything's 83 degrees this week.
so I need my long sleeve shirts,
Yes,
my big hat.
yes. And your flip-flops.
I had them last week tennis tournament. I was worried about. I had to keep putting a blanket over them. That's not good.
Kaz trying to find Donovan Hopewell.
Intended for number 2, Donovan Hopewell.
2nd 15. This last 5 minutes is going to take
2nd and
forever
15 for the Bears.
if we keep the ball, I guess.
Are you shivering?
A little bit.
Your eyes are watering. You're shivering and your eyes are watering.
The only good news is the wind that's at my back.
Oh,
Yeah,
It is. It's chilly.
it is. This high elevation we're at. Kaz throws a dump to
Make a move, Zach.
oh,
Zach. Zach
Come on.
spinning and
Man.
fighting.
You've got to give Zach
Pass
credit.
number 1, Zach
The
Service.
dude is just tough.
10-yard gain there.
Number 33, Ray Bardoff with the tackle.
So he's caught 2.
Cramping.
I think he's got a cramp too.
Smoked on his first pass.
Plug in
Cramps
another.
are all over.
Plug in another ad space here.
I'm Clark Comley. And I get cold cramps. And I endorse Cramp Aid.
I don't know what a cold cramp is. Is that something you made up?
No, something you said at Lions last year on a night like tonight. And you said, is it cold cramps?
Oh, yeah. That's pretty funny, maybe.
He totally amuses himself. He's almost jiggling up here. That may be, if it were me, I would be shivering.
Yeah.
4:30 left, 3rd and a long 3.
I know how these Chaparral kids are staying warm, running all over.
Well, that-
Keep
yes.
making laps in front of us.
Kaz rolls. He's nice pickup by Donovan. Kaz will throw. Guy's getting held, Zach is, and he made a great
What a
catch.
catch.
What a throw by Kaz, and he was getting held, Zach was.
He
As
sure
he
was.
ran.
Getting held.
Number 1, Zach.
Looked
He's
like the
looking right
official
at
was
him.
going down for his flag, but kept it.
Guess he decided, shoot, might as well. They ain't
Let
gonna
it go. He
take
just
that.
got it.
Maybe it was based on the catch.
Zach
Speed
double
game, man.
covered and being held, and somehow slipped away and came up with it.
Great catch.
So Zach with 3 catches and most of the offense here
You
in
got
this
one-on-one
drive.
with Cody out here. Chuck it out here.
Kaz.
Oh, Kaz.
Uh-oh, this
Oh,
ain't good.
Kaz. Oh, Kaz.
Quarterback sack by number 88, Caden Harding.
Kaz will lose
A little bit.
13.
14. You know, that was like that mountain climber on The Price is Right.
Off on the play.
It just kept going and going. You know the one that goes off the cliff?
Yes.
Yes.
That's what that down marker looked like right there.
You can't get this anywhere else. Thank you for not purchasing this. Looked like a
Cas is
screen.
getting killed again.
Oh, and Joey nearly came up with it, but they're going to call it interception.
Really?
And
nope,
the
got it
side,
incomplete on the side judge.
so the side official, who probably had a better look at it,
Ball nearly intercepted.
and I'm guessing this is his parents and family down here in front of us, they're not happy about that.
Not
that
at
yours?
all.
Incomplete brings up third and 24.
So 3 minutes left, and Sterling unveiling
The air raid.
the left arm of the Kaz Comley. They run a blitz, and
We're getting a fight going over here. I think they got tangled up or something.
The fourth down and 24 for the Bears. Ball on the Roadrunner.
3:03 left.
What do you drop for 4th and 24?
I doubt we have a screen in the playbook. Maybe a little wheel route down the sideline. Maybe a slant, quick slant, and let him try to break some tackles because there's going to be space because they're going to be backed way up.
They're not that backed up, really.
Zach running for his life.
Chuck it, Kaz.
Kaz, uh-oh.
Oh,
And he put
Kaz.
a hit on it.
That a boy.
Number 3 on the
Kaz taking a beating, but not before he
gave
gives a
up some
shot.
there.
by Jack Francis.
Good job. He just broke the mold of all comeliness.
I told you a long time ago he likes that.
Be a turnover on down.
I'm sure he didn't like getting hit by 5 of them at
Afterwards,
once.
yeah. That initial hit, though.
Yeah, it's the worst is when the 2 guys stand you up and the third one polishes you off.
No scoring this half.
No scoring, and Sterling saw some improvement throwing the ball, a couple running plays, but still, I think Jonas is out for a couple more weeks.
Sounds like maybe for
Extended period.
Yep. Last I heard was about 5 more.
Should have Reese back next week.
Gain of 7 on the play brings up second down and 3. For the
Francis, the sophomore, he's had a nice game tonight running the football.
He's ran the same play over and over again.
Just a little trap.
I don't think it's little. That guard's probably ran a mile tonight.
He doesn't have to
Probably
run
not
very
far
far.
off. Here he goes. 77. There he goes.
Yep.
Francis on the carry again. Tackle by number 8, Evan Burgess again.
Sterling will use a timeout.
Gain of 2 on the play brings up third down and 1 for the runners.
3rd and 2, 1:55 left.
Timeout called by Sterling.
Who do we play after Hillsborough?
Lions.
Hopefully.
But if
Hopefully.
we don't get a play, then what happens?
It's no contest.
So what does that mean to our record?
We didn't play.
Nothing.
So
Move
for
on.
district play, what if everybody else plays but you don't? How did they do that?
They just issued something today on it, and I
We'll
didn't
go by
read it.
winning percentage first at the end of district. So all the normal tiebreakers. So if somebody only plays 3 district games and wins all 3, they would,
Seems a little unfair if you don't play the same team.
yeah.
Mrs. Ball, Mona Ball from Tammy says it was Union 2 is what that is out there
Okay.
on the highway between Sterling and.
What does that mean? What is?
Well, I don't know what I don't know what the union means, but I guess there was a number of schools, and I'm showing my ignorance here, but that was Union number 2.
Okay.
It was the second one built
I
in the Union.
What timeline are we talking here?
I think this would have been, I'm sure it was in the 50s, I would guess, 60s,
Okay.
early 60s, but somebody please correct me, Mona.
It's got to be before the 50s, isn't it?
Well, I mean, that's probably when they were closing,
Yeah. that'd
around
be
those.
before.
Sterling brings the house.
Mhm.
Francis again missed tackles. Be a first down.
Francis
That'll stop the clock, but then it'll start again as the officials are ready to get out of here because
First down.
chains aren't set, but
The wind is blowing down there, too.
They're all in short sleeves too.
Yeah,
I
they're
understand
probably-
what they're feeling. They're moving a little more than us, though.
Sterling will go 0-3, and Chaparral now 1-2. Again, Sterling will make the trip to Hillsboro next week. It's been a while since we played football over there. I think 2015 maybe was the last time.
Fine with me. I don't need to go over there.
Well, we're going to have to go over there.
Well, I'll go.
Francis again, tackled by Zach Service, got a hold there as Trevor Oakes got mugged by 51. I don't know 51's name because I don't have a roster, but
Well, Caden has the
Could be a
football.
chop block. There's two guys on
There
top
was
of
a
Trevor.
chop block.
Was it?
Yep. He called it.
nice call. Nice catch.
Now, did we get the football off the fumble?
Was there a fumble?
I thought there was a fumble. Nope.
Chop block is when they got somebody engaged high and somebody goes low on them, or low and then somebody goes high. You can't do that.
Chop block called against the Roadrunners.
Probably happens more than anybody knows. They just don't always catch it.
Isn't there an NFL team that was doing it for a long time, getting away with it?
Illegally
Wasn't there? I feel like they were teaching it a different way to.
to get away with it.
Yeah.
Was it the Saints? They did some illegal stuff.
You hear my teeth chattering.
Yeah,
It's
it's-
real.
Yeah, Saints had that bounty gate situation.
Francis again cuts it up inside, bounces it back.
He's going to be worn out.
Yeah.
If I was him, I'd say, hey, man, I've done this
1
enough.
minute.
Coach.
Tackled by number 70. Trevor
Sterling will take another timeout.
I've done this plenty. I don't need to run it again.
Timeout called by Sterling.
Oh,
Man,
my-
these are
They're
old
doing
cheer.
the
The
Wiggle-O.
Wiggle-O. I try to tell this to the kids, and they have no
I
clue
hope
about
we
this.
ever do the Wiggle-O.
They did the what cheer too. This is right out of the 1980s. Wonder if they're having throwback.
No.
Andrew, show those cheerleaders.
The whole crowd's actually doing all the kids.
Yeah.
That's the way it used to be at the junior high games when I was in junior high school.
Nice size student section.
Do.
Oh, man, the parents are doing it. Everybody's in a good mood on the
It's because they're all our age. They're out of the 80s.
Yeah, they say, hey, they're doing the Wiggle-O. You know, Captain Kangaroo, remember that?
Yes, we know you're a lookalike.
I saw another guy that looks like him. I was showing the choir a video of the rock group Styx, and one of the guitar players looked just like Captain Kangaroo.
We can never get away from the music references, nor should we ever.
There's a good tackle.
You know, I'm sorry I didn't get introduced tonight.
Tackled by number
The man, the myth, the legend, Clark Conley.
Yeah, you had to throw it in
But
there.
I'm doing it in right now.
Probably nobody's watching anymore, so it doesn't matter.
There's quite a few still watching.
Really?
Yep, Sterling take its final timeout.
Timeout called by the Bears. That'll be their third and final.
And nobody's hit the exits yet. It'll be interesting to see how the post-game ceremony
We're
works.
going to all go out there and wave at each other.
Now the kids thought that was crazy. They can hit each other all week or all night, and then they wave at each other.
Yeah. Kind of like how they're requesting huddles to be everybody facing the same way instead of a
Yes.
circle, and then run to the line of scrimmage and breathe on the other team
Breathe on
for,
the
for
other guys.
10 seconds before the snap.
When I was playing, there was a lot of breathing.
Was that on the sideline?
Most of my career is on the
Eating
sideline.
your
but
M&Ms and
I did play some.
When his
Yes,
jersey
you
was getting a
played.
little grayer.
54 seconds
I
left.
I ate M&Ms during track in junior high.
I thought maybe you kept them in your sweatbands,
No,
the Skittles or something.
no, I don't like Skittles that much.
take a knee, and that will be, they'll have to run one more, I'm guessing.
4th down. Left to kick with about 25 seconds left.
Yeah, I guess it is. We will be 4th down. So
Maybe we got a shot here. Can we get it in the end zone in time? We're hoping for a big punt return.
What do we do if it's us? Do we try
About
to run?
10 seconds.
Do we try to run a play, or do we just kneel it
they're going to take a timeout.
to extend the coldness of Brian Richter?
Man, you're not kidding.
Did you tell him about the train we had to be stuck behind?
Yeah, we got stuck in a train, and then I think we had a cheerleading section behind us with
Yeah,
the Grays.
I tried to have a pep rally there, but no one else was good with me. But one thing that I've never seen was 2 engines in the middle of a train going, in the middle of it.
Well, they could just run backwards and take a safety. Or they could just kneel it and or run around for a while.
Find a way to get your first points of the year.
Yeah. Let Sterling have a couple seconds. Biggest thing they want is a shutout, so however they can do that. Zach will go back to catch the punt.
Do kind of a rugby style kick.
Did they take
See
a
how long
second
he can hold
timeout?
it. That was the penalty.
Oh,
They took the 5-yard penalty.
okay. Now we'll see how the social distancing works after the game. Low snap. He'll get it off. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We're going to get our first points,
There
just
it
as you
is.
said.
There it is.
Oh, my gosh.
You know, I think he was trying to squib it just to have it bounce out time.
Yeah, it was a low snap.
Straight to Cody Oden.
Cody scores with no time on the clock for Sterling's first touchdown. And if you left, I guess you wouldn't know it if you left too early, but thank you all for staying around to see Sterling's first score. Who'd have thought it would be on a punt return like that? I've never seen that before.
That is something else.
It's always something you've never, ever seen keeps happening.
That couldn't happen ever again.
That's crazy.
Well, that coach will never do that again.
No,
I
he's so
guarantee.
frustrated
Yep.
because they want him to shut out.
Yep.
Now Sterling's got to, if they're going to kick it, they got to find the tee, and we don't have any timeouts left. And so
Here comes the tee.
the sideline scramble is on, and then they can't throw it out to the kicker.
Well, it's good we get to practice it.
Well, they do practice it. Maybe they'll.
16, Zane Guerrero for the point after.
Now
Comes the flag.
will the official be nice?
Yep, here it is.
Nope, he couldn't do it.
Flag on the play.
Get a little test of Zane's leg here.
Yeah. So in the most
Against the Bears.
unlikely ways to score their first points.
What a perfect, it went right to him.
Right to him,
Perfect.
and
it
everybody
was-
ran past him.
Crazy.
And the only person to catch him was the quarterback, and we had him blocked.
It's
Yeah,
crazy.
about 4
Nice
guys.
snap.
Good kick.
Nice
Good
kick.
kick.
Really good kick.
Beautiful.
Zane.
Wow.
And the point is good.
Nice job, Zane.
That may come in handy later in the year.
And
right
that'll
there.
do the.
Ball game.
That'll do it.
Chaparral Roadrunners 17.
Sterling Falls again to run 0-3. Chaparral 1-2.
Thank you all for coming. Drive safe and God bless.
And thank you for joining us, and we do appreciate it. We'll be back at Hillsboro on Friday. There will be no JV game on Monday. There will be no streaming. There will be no game, so there will be no stream.
Andrew, are you filming this right here?
I do believe we have volleyball on Tuesday at home, if I'm not mistaken, so we'll have that streaming as well. I'm not sure who we play, but that'll be streaming. And so they all wave their helmets at each other. And so for Eric Wenzel and Clark Comley, I'm Brian Richter. Thank you for joining us. This
Aren't you going to do a
craziness.
post game and
No,
say some stats?
we're not
or
doing
anything?
that. We don't have no stats, and I can't move.
A little cold.
That'll do it for us, or at least for me. Say goodnight,
See you
Clark.
later. Good night, everybody.
Have a good night.